Yeah. Yeah, all he needed to do was hold position. Who's flying that thing? They are. We're on. Well, she's... Yeah. They're going back and forth between the ground and here. Stand by. Well, Marie, well, indeed, Marie, what you're looking at here is you've got a very large acreage, 35-unit, 4-story, ordinary constructed residential structure that has been severely compromised by an overpressure that demolished 3/4 of the top floor on the east side of the building. So what you're looking at is actually the upper floor has completely been pancaked by the roof. The roof pancaked down after being lifted up by the explosion, while the forward wall, the eastern exposure wall, blew out into and across the street. In the foreground, down underneath the banner where it says South Austin there's actually, and Derek, if you could tilt down just a little bit, we'll show you some of the debris on the building across the street. There's actually parts of window frames and other light masonry items that have actually made it completely across the street on top of the building on the other side. It's actually gone up and over the parapet wall and been lofted and has come down, rained down onto the top of that structure there. So obviously a very large propulsive force, a lateral force. It blew the debris out in kind of a fan pattern away from that 4th floor area. Firefighters are operating, you can see on the upper right corner of our screen, right there at West End and Central. They're in the safe zone, a little pie-shaped section that is out of the collapse zone, which is basically anything in front of the building. You also noticed in our live shot there at ground level, there are charged hose lines all over the place. If in fact, and I couch that as a potential, if in fact this was a gas explosion, and this has all the earmarks of a gas explosion, the damage is right, the location is right, the overpressure is correct for a large expansive force that would be provided by a momentary ignition of gas when it reached its flammable range. If in fact this was gas, you could still have that source of gas leaking into other compartments on this building. So that's why you have charged hose lines. That's why your trench and collapse rescue guys are going through there. Your special operations trained personnel from the Chicago Fire Department are in there with shoring timbers, air shores, hydraulics, what have you, and working very slowly from the non-compromised or the good side of the building on the alley side toward the bad part of the building that has been severely compromised on the street side. Going very methodically, very carefully through here. 35 units is a lot of space to check. You've got stairwells, you've got bathrooms, you've got closets, you've got bedrooms, you've got living rooms, you've got kitchen areas. All of those things, including the kitchen areas especially, if this was a gas explosion, you've got gas ranges, you've got other sources of ignition that were potentially in there. Of course, the gas service by now, utilities would have been shut off to this building unless there could be a valve that was compromised that doesn't allow that to happen. Don't believe that that's the case. Guys are inside there actively searching right now. You can't see that from this angle because we're looking at the compromised portion of the building. But inside there, very methodically, they're going through from the bad floor all the way down to the 1st floor. So top to bottom, bottom to top, making sure you're doing a primary and a secondary search life safety is all important. When the first companies arrived on the scene, saw the open and compromised building, got all of the people that could be immediately identified as injured off to advanced care. So great work by the fire department getting everybody out of here. Next thing, you've got a mass casualty bus, and basically what that is to get people into one area. It's a hot day, it's a humid day, there's been a trauma out here, these people are going through a lot, the residents that are displaced by this, and you don't want them standing out on the street. That does two things for you. That keeps them safe, keeps their kind of mental health a little bit more stable because they're being seen by professionals here on the scene, firefighters, medics, human resources, they're all out here, or human services are out here, and basically taking care of those folks. You got to keep them cool, keep them calm, and more importantly, keep them together so you know where they're at. Sure thing. A bunch of the things that are going to happen here, this is a multi-tiered effort. First of all, you're working to preserve any potential evidence. Obviously, the building is all evidence, so you're trying to not move as much as possible unless you have somebody that you have to rescue. Risk a lot to save a lot, risk a little to save a little. A special operations division, these guys are specially trained in collapse rescue, so they're inside with what we call air shores, rams, knowing how to use timbers to cut them with hand tools, with saws and whatnot, to make sure that the walls are shored up. You could have stud walls on the inside that have been compromised that could fall down. You're immediately in recognition of any kind of sagging floors, because you could have load-bearing walls that have been compromised. Another important tool is what we call the TIC, the thermal imaging camera. You can go inside there and stand back and scan a room, and human bodies, you know, we're almost 100 degrees, each one of us, so that basically provides a very definitive heat signature, even if you can't see that person. If they're buried in rubble, a 2x4 is not nearly going to be as hot as a human being, so you can see them in any kind of a collapse. So that is what is happening right now that you can't see on the interior of the building. How long we got for fuel on scene here? All right.
Thank you.
Can you speak really loudly because we're too far away?
Okay, I'll do my best. Okay, my name is Mark Furman, and that's spelled M-A-R-C-F-E-R-M-A-N. I am the Deputy Fire Commissioner. Okay, so at approximately 0900 hours this morning, we got a call for a still alarm. Companies were dispatched. Upon arrival, our first arriving unit was our battalion chief. He called for a collapse response. Observed that there was some sort of explosion and a partial collapse of the upper floor of a residential building. Companies responded. He escalated the alarm to a still in box and also called for a hazardous material response, level 1. Due to the size of the building, number of patients, victims, EMS Plan 2 was requested, which is 10 ambulances. We had approximately 135 personnel on the scene, and that's suppression, special ops, and EMS. We had 8 transports, and that included 1 victim from across the street, a building across the street. Various hospitals, different conditions. I don't have that update for you right now. Right now, we don't know what caused this incident. It's still under investigation. We did call for the gas company to come and shut the gas off, the electricity, water department, OEMC, building department is all on the scene. We have displaced residents. We don't know how many at the time. What else? Due to the condition of the building, it called for a technical sort of to search the entire building. The upper floors, it was compromised. So we had to get our technical experts in here to shore up with struts to make sure we didn't leave any victims underneath any of the debris. A lot of debris to remove. We're still in the process of doing that, but they had to shore up the upper floors to search for possible victims in this collapse of pretty much the third floor on one side of the building. That's pretty much all I have. We're still ongoing with our operations. Right now, we don't have any more victims, and so that's all I have for you right now.
Are you confident you got everybody out?
Right now, we feel like we're confident we got everybody out. But right now, the air quality's good. The gas is shut off, like I say. We've got set area arrays set up. Our metering has been negative so far.
The nature of the
No, I do not. I'm sorry. I think the building department mentioned probably 35 units. So searches are still ongoing. Our primary, our secondary is complete. We're in the process of a final search. But like I say, the fourth floor is compromised. We also searched the exposure building to the south here. That was negative. And we also searched the building across the street where we had a victim transported.
What are the nature of the injuries?
I'm sorry?
The nature of the injuries.
Various injuries. I've heard burns to traumatic injuries. So
It will be related to that.
I don't know that, but we have the building department on site. I'm sure they're going to conduct their investigation and do a structural analysis of the building.
People that were in,
No, we're keeping everybody out of the collapse zone.
People
right now.
that live in the building said that they did smell gas this morning before the explosion. Is that what you're hearing as well?
I have no knowledge of what happened prior.
were the people conscious who were brought out?
I can't answer that. They were transported early on.
Another witness told me that they were doing work in the building. Any idea on that?
I have no doubt. That'll probably all be part of the investigation.
You said the third.
Just out of range of debris falling.
So all of the folks that live in the buildings that are adjacent aren't going to...
We're going to shut down the entire area, access to this area, so nobody will be allowed in close proximity of the structure.
You said the third floor collapsed as well. Was that the fourth floor?
Fourth floor. Fourth
Just the
floor.
fourth floor.
I'm sorry. Fourth floor. I can't answer that, but we're just maintaining a safety distance so that we don't get injured anymore. So thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, were you okay? Thank you, sir.
I'm trying to get around. Yeah, thank you. Excuse me. Thank you.
One of the victims of the world
What did he just say?
Total. One exterior, 18 total. One going to the real leg, a serious burns.
And then one victim went from across the street. 8 total injuries, 1 serious.
Thank you.
Real quick before they go. Step up, sir.
Hopefully, you know, lives in the building.
Hey, Lou? Lou, is he okay?
No, not.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put you in a good spot. Let's see. We're gonna, right here, right here. How's that, guys? Good? Thank you. Okay. Say, more, a little bit. One more step forward, please. Say your name for us.
My name is Otis Manning.
Will you spell it, please?
OTISMANING.
Tell us what happened, and loud.
My name is Otis Manning. I live right across the street where the building collapsed. I was sitting on my couch, just, you know what I'm saying, chilling, watch TV, getting ready for work. All of a sudden I heard a boom. It was like 4 times, then what's called it, a bomb or whatever. And my heart like almost shut out of my body. And when some told me to look out the window, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, oh, Father. You can see everybody inside the apartment. That's how loud, you know, collectively it was. And they told us to evacuate. And man, we came outside and saw this. And I'm glad that I made it out safe. And I hope everybody did as well.
In that building or across the street? This one?
Yes, this building.
Which floor are you on?
I'm still in this building, 4th floor.
4th floor, this one right behind you?
Yes.
So, describe afterwards what you saw.
Okay, like I saw debris. When I saw out my window, I saw windows busting open, buildings was open where you see inside people's apartment. And man, after that, I saw debris, and the firemen came to the next building, you know, say, everybody call out, everybody call out. Since our building, it was shooken, but we didn't see no damage. But they came to our building, next building to that, and said everybody evacuate. That's when I came out, I saw the active fact.
But it sounds like you won't be able to get back in your building.
I know, I had to call out work.
Like, and you, a lot of people don't have a place to go now. Is that right?
It feels scary. My body never been shaken like this before. So whoever got hurt, I pray for their family. Whoever did make it out, God bless them. That's it.
Hey, good to see you, man. Thanks for your help today.
We met at University of Chicago at the fireworks.
It's good to see you.
You too.
Take care, brother. Walden used to run Who did? Walden used to run the training department. Oh, okay. And they elevated him. They used to do the fireworks display thing with him. Oh, yeah, right.
Officer, thank you for your help. Appreciate you. You're good people. Hey, Sarge. Thanks for your help today, man.
Sure, no problem.
What is that? I'll see how you are. You are up here.
Thank you. Like I said, he's right down there. Let me get out of your way so you get a little more view.